I'm back again with another sort of analysis video. This one's gonna be a bit different because it's not really about like a team fight or anything. I just wanted to take really two quick clips that I think should basically should change your mindset when doing analysis and to pay attention to things like this because it's really important and really overlooked. This was sort of right. You sort of got to pay attention to the small things, especially in analysis, right? And that's what I think a lot of people in NA don't do. So that's what I'm trying to sort of highlight here and highlight things you can look at, or maybe cool interactions that you think are interesting. So we're gonna start back here. So you see here, NG or RRQ is basically gonna drop the Rift Herald mid, and Demon Kite's only gonna get one proc of his sickle, just because he doesn't want to like get under tower too much and maybe die. So here at about 635, right? He's now starting to lose sickle procs because you don't want to have more than 3 because otherwise you'd be losing gold, right? So once he hits 645, he's like, oh no, I'm losing gold. What can I do to get gold? And so this is sort of what do I say? It's like taking 1 plus 1 and making them 2, right? Because you're taking two individual mechanics and you're combining them to sort of use it to get a sort of like advantage over your opponent. Not really an advantage, but you're just taking advantage of the mechanics, right? So the first mechanic is that sickle procs whenever you hit a tower, not just whenever you hit an enemy. Something very important to remember. The other thing is that Senna sort of operates like the Lucian, like those abilities where you sort of like have like a file and you hold them, but you can't aim outside of that like second part of the file, right? But Senna's basically got extended range on her Q. And so what she's gonna do here is Nasus is going to stand in front of the turret, Senna's going to hit it, and it's going to proc sickle, because it technically does damage to the turret. I don't know if this is a bug or intended or not, but you can see right here, because like, look at the tower health. Tower health, 2888, 2855. So it basically did 33 damage to the turret. But there was no risk, and you get that sickle proc for free, right? Because they know nobody's in mid lane. Because there's no point to be in mid lane, right? There's no wave or anything. And so that's just something that I really wanted to highlight because it's a very interesting advantage. And there she does. Demon Kite does it again. That said, it doesn't proc this time, which is pretty odd for me. I think it doesn't actually hit the tower here. Actually, it does, but it's just again, that's really weird. It's just one of those things I wanted to highlight because I think it's interesting. But yeah, so it does work. So that's something you can take advantage of. And it's just one of those things that I kind of wanted to highlight, even though it is a bit weird. You can see it does turret damage to the turret there, but it doesn't actually proc with sickle. Moving on, we're going to talk about a sort of unique application to the Kha'Zix ultimate. A lot of people think about the Kha'Zix ultimate as just like an engage or a disengage method, right? Because you go invisible and you can either you get in there and you can sneak away. And then like you can do the same thing but sneak away. But you don't always have to use it in team fights. So, right, what we're going to see here is Jushi goes top lane, he clears the wave. You can immediately see there's a pings out, Camille has vision on him clearing the wave, they see him other minions. There are 3 people topside, so they're like, oh, let's go try to gank the jungler. Zed, however, gets vision onto Helios. Very important. Because this means that Helios isn't free to just, right, sort of sneak up on Jushi. But, now that they know Camille's here, he sees Camille. But because Helios guesses the wrong bush, he uses the Camille Q, and you'll see Jushi uses his ultimate on Kha'Zix to sneak past the Camille, because the Camille just cleared this bush. She got no, damage visuals, because it'll reveal Kha'Zix if he takes damage in his ultimate. And so Kha'Zix runs straight past her without her even knowing. And then he's able to get back to his turret and his safety of his teammates. Just 2 really cool, unique applications of things you wouldn't necessarily expect that I just wanted to highlight.